Hello there, guys. I'm back. I'm here with more of, I don't know which one to call it, but yeah, my live streaming. I don't know. I like it. Good. And I'm in front of like a Christmas tree, kind of like evergreen looking thing, but I wanted a different picture. Where's my thing? Sorry. I just wanted a different picture, so I was like, I wanted a different picture. So I was like, because I've had the same picture up for like so long. Same like three pictures up for the same so long, three or four pictures. So I'm like, oh, give me something new, man. I need something new. Yeah, I'm always okay. Whatever. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, and okay, I remember watching I just watched a video by it was the Nostalgia Nerd, right? And it was Elmo and Grouchland, and he kind of made the point of saying Elmo and Grouchland is one of those things where it's like, no, it's not very good. No, it's not great. No, it's not amazing. No, I don't want to watch it because unlike the Muppets, where the Muppets were definitely very much like um aimed towards kids and adults. Sesame Street was very Sesame Street. It was very, kid friend. Sorry, not kid. The other one, right? Not kid. The other, like very much kid. Sorry, like yeah, kid friendly. Like kids, all kids. Whereas the Muppets were like, oh, kids and adults, and oh yeah, and it's great, and it's whatever. You know, I'm not saying they're good or bad. Don't watch it or whatever. But I'm just saying like, definitely one of those like, yeah. And I remember like, it's like the. I don't know if you ever watched that movie with what's his name, Thomas Nankin's movie with Alec Baldwin and like the magical whatever gold or something, whatever. And it was just like, okay. I remember watching it and just being like, liking it as a child, right? Because I was like, okay, I'm a child. I like this. This is great. The thing was, it's definitely one of those movies you watch because it was good, or sorry, because you were a child, not because it was a good movie, right? Per se. Are we out of focus right now? I don't think so. Let me just click. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not saying I should be like don't watch it, but I'm just saying like look at it in like a okay, well, it's definitely a movie for kids, like definitely for children, like for little children, right? Which is fair. It is 100% for little children. Is that a bad thing? Not particularly, not per se, not exactly, but definitely a show for kids, a movie for kids. So Elmo and Grouch, or The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland, is definitely one of those movies you watch and you go, oh, yeah, this is for like children. Fine, but it's for children, and it's not great. It's not even a good movie that like you can like appreciate. No, it's just terrible. It's like watching Caillou or the Teletubbies or that Zuzu Garden thing where they like little guys in baskets, little like weird Teletubby looking creatures come out and like and they have no like real like language. They just like don't speak English. They just kind of like make sounds. Anyway, what are they gonna say? Yeah, so it's just like what? Okay, those are the things. You're never gonna look at those and be like, hell yeah, hell yeah, those are amazing. Heck yeah, I watch them all the time. They're actually good for no, because like unlike the Muppets, where the Muppets were very much um geared towards like children and adults. Like, oh yeah, no, like 100%. Like, oh yeah, children and adults. No, not even. No. They're not. It's very much children, just children. This like the Sesame Street. Now, don't tell me Sesame Street can't be watched for adults. You definitely can. You definitely can. But what I'm saying is, you can't look at that movie. Like, I didn't love Elmo as a child. Also, I never liked Winnie the Pooh. I mean, I don't hate Winnie the Pooh. They're kind of characters where it's like, oh no. Of course, like definitely one of those. Okay, definitely one of those like, oh, definitely one of those like, okay, like you know, not watch. What's the word I'm looking for? What am I looking for? I'm looking for like, wow, sure. He's a cry across the heartland. Damn it. Can I play any of these? Yeah, I can, right? Like, turns on. Where's my share? Thank you. Now, where's the, like, no, I want to share the whole album. How do I share the whole, how do I share the whole artist? That's my question. Share. Probably link to artist. Yep. Now I'm going to post my artist link because I have it on Spotify. You're up to character. Up to freaking damn it. Yeah, whatever, Spotify. You'll find it somehow. I ever sent it to someone, they were like, oh, I like it. I like this one. The third one, which is Greedy Vibes. But I have 3 songs there. Where are they? Neon Nights is number 1. Ali Echoes is number 2. And Greedy Vibes is number 3. And somebody was like, I like that one. I'm like, really? Good. The third one. I showed my friend before they came out. He was like, this is amazing. You made this? This is amazing. Actually, you know that they're out. Why don't I start over? I'll start from number 1 and we'll play them all. I mean, they're my music. I get copyright strikes on my own music. Frig off, man. It is. It is based on that. You like play next? It's not. I played already. Stop it. Thank you. I don't think it's like. Love the music. They're all out now, so. I never thought I'd ever produce music. These aren't real music, this is just beats, but yeah. I have a song being set up there. That was one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. I don't like number 2. I don't. I like 1 and 3 best. I like the first one. This is good. Still the first one. No, I don't know. They're all good. They're all good. It's just I don't like the third one in comparison to the other 2. My own. Don't screw with me. I pin this again. There's a way to pin this, isn't it? What? Alright. There's a way to pin this, no? That's 3 or 4. Okay, yeah. Alright, 2 or 3, sorry. Pin this there. Got him. I don't like this one very much. There's a weird thing. I'm glad people like it. I'm glad some people are liking it. Oh, it's the worst thing to listen to? Already paused this. If you listen to this part right here, it's the worst thing to listen to because it's got a what's it called? It's got I made it pan. I thought I turned that off. Apparently I didn't. Now it goes. It's like going into your ears. It's actually annoying. It's actually kind of annoying. Kind of actually annoying. Sure. So. Yeah. So. Next one is a good one. The one that my friend liked. She was like, I like this. Also, 90% of this, not 90%, I can't find. The name of the album, and the name of the 3 songs, and the album artwork are all the album artwork, not the song artwork. The album artwork are all they're all AI generated. Names AI generated, and the album art is Dolly. So well, they're ChatGPT and Dolly. So. This is the one that's like full of like crap at the end. It's just like, way too much. Too much. Now right here, this is pretty lot. But this is even worse. It's the end and it's even worse. Oh, it's even worse at the end. It's even worse. Right here is pretty bad. I didn't like there's way too much going on. My other things is too much. This isn't even a lot of that. There's only like a few tracks. The next bit has got way too many tracks on it. How I layered everything. 20-inch things. Right here. There's literally like 8, 9, 10, something like that. Tracks I put in there. I'm surprised it's the one she liked. It's the one that most people don't like. The 2 people I've shown it to don't like. Or think is a little bit much. But, I mean, whatever. The people I've shown. So. Yeah. I mean, hey, that works. Cool. You'll never know. So, yeah. I mean, that's what I've been doing so lately. I put that up. So, pretty good. I guess. I don't know. I have no dang clue. I haven't a clue. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So, I want to play some music. I want to play some music, but I don't really. 9 o'clock. Should I play some music? I could. Let's see if I can get onto this. Let's see. Can I get on with the same audio? Oh, I can. Interesting. I'll be right back. Let me get my ukulele. I mean, can I use the same? Ooh, that's a good question. Can I use the same camera? Oh, I can. Blur or a custom? Oh, custom is with what's it called? Right? How much is Nitro? Let me just look up the Nitro. Let me just see what it costs. $29 a year? No, I'm good. I'll just do blurry. I'll blur my background. Yeah, I'll blur my background. I'll be right back. Still see my bed, but what's the difference? Oh baby, a triple. I know. Let's go find it. It's over there, correct? No, it's not. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. It's actually this. Yeah, that was before I started, but I didn't think I wanted to do this. Now I'm like, okay, well now I want to play it. So let me find the ones I like, which are. Go back, and I want. Might do a third one, but I don't know because it's 4. I want 4. Stop it. Cancel. I think that's 4. Is that 4? Yeah, 4. There is now a hope that lasts beyond our days. For the one that once was buried lives again. Now the tomb is bare and empty, and the stone is rolled away. Praise the risen one who overcame the grave. All you broken hearted, all you worn and weak. I think it is blurry, or maybe it's just me. Come find living water, everlasting streams. To the wandering spirit, lost and searching, wanting something more. Praise the risen King who overcomes the world. Let there be dancing in the darkness. Let our song break through the night. Lift your voice and sing that Christ is King, for Jesus is alive. Maybe it is 5. I want to go up 1. No more condemnation, no more doubt and fear. For our sin and shame, they have no power here. In his resurrection, perfect love has set the captives free. Praise the risen King who stands in victory. Let there be dancing in the darkness. Let our song break through the night. Lift your voice and sing that Christ is King, for Jesus is alive. Let there be dancing in the darkness. Let our song break through the night. Lift your voice and sing that Christ is King, for Jesus is alive. Is alive. Is alive. Anyway. Hallelujah. Death is undone. Hallelujah. Jesus has won. Hallelujah. We overcome. Oh, in Jesus. Oh, in Jesus. Hallelujah. Death is undone. Hallelujah. Jesus has won. Hallelujah. We overcome. Oh, in Jesus. Oh, in Jesus. Let there be dancing in the darkness. Let our song break through the night. Lift your voice and sing that Christ is King, for Jesus is alive. Lift your voice and sing that Christ is King, for Jesus is alive. We done. Correcto? I'm gonna try 5 on this too. Auto scroll. Nope, there. Yep, 5. By grace alone, somehow I stand. Where even angels fear to tread. Invited by redeeming love. Before the throne of God above, He pulls me close with no nail-scarred hands into His everlasting arms. When condemnation grips my heart, and Satan tempts me to despair, I hear the voice that scatters fear. The great I am, the Lord I hear. Oh, praise the one who fights for me and shields my soul eternally. Boldly I approach your throne. Blameless now I'm running home. By your blood I come, welcomed as your own, into the arms of majesty. Behold the bright and risen sun, more beauty than this world has known. I'm face to face with love Himself, His perfect, spotless righteousness. No, he's here. That's okay. 1,000 years, 1,000 tongues are not enough to sing His praise. Boldly I approach your throne. Blameless now I'm running home. By your blood I come, welcomed as your own, into the arms of majesty. Boldly I approach your throne. Blameless now I'm running home. By your blood I come, welcomed as your own, into the arms of majesty. This is the art of celebration, knowing Pause. No. Nobody was here. That's fine. I could state it as and everything, but I don't. I just don't care anymore. It's part of my life. Kumbaya. Hallelujah. I don't like any of these other songs. They all kind of. Do I have Oceans? I have some reasons. Reckless Love, One Thing, Grace Alone, Lighthouse, King of My Heart. Let the King of My Heart be the line. Oh, I have that one. I have that one. I do. Let me just see what it is. If it makes any sense. What is it? Let the King. Nope. Let the King of My Heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Let the King of my heart be the shadow where I arrive. Oh no, not bad. I don't like the song as a whole itself. I don't. Once it remains, Build Your Kingdom. And that's it. Okay, Jesus. Freak. No, it's not that song. I don't have Oceans. Call me out upon the water. God's Not Dead. Oceans. I do have Oceans. Okay. Do I like that song, or is it kind of... What's BM? Oh my freaking gosh. No, it's this one past it. This? So is it like... Oh my god. What? What the... Holy mackerel. Maybe it's this? You call me out upon the water. The great... What's it? The great unknown. Where feet may fail. Must be... Is that right? This, and then one skip. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's one skip. That's bullcrap. I don't like it. No, I hate it. How do you... Oh, maybe like... What the poopy? Holy moly. Can I play like... Wow, the beat's baloney. There... And there I find... No, sorry. I find you in the mystery. In oceans deep, my faith will stand, and I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Wow, you are mine. Oh, holy crap! How are you supposed to? What the frick? Like this? I don't know how to play a beat here. You're great. Why that sounds like crap? You're great. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me. You've never failed, and you won't start now. I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. I don't have a spirit lead me where my trust is without borders. waters. Let me walk upon the waters. Wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. I just played it 3 times. I don't want to play it 3 times. Goodbye. Spirit lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters. Wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters. Wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. And I will call. And I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves, where oceans rise. My soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours, and you are mine. Oh, I don't know how to play that. I don't know. It's not the greatest one of them all. I could do better. As in, like, there could be better ones, but yeah, I think it's gonna be for now. Bye. Bye there, and then I'm gonna go back to where was I? I'm here. I think I'm still here. I hope I'm still here. I really have no idea. Oh crap. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about now. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Cool. Hey, why is it over here? It's gotta go over here. Over there. It's gotta go over here. You away. Thank you. There you go. Yeah. Go. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just messing around with this, but I'm gonna put my ukulele away. Suddenly you call my name and I lose my brain. Oh yeah, that's what. That is exactly what I. Well, I just did that for now, but I've been doing music too, and I've been doing like this music here. Pretty good stuff. No one's here to watch it. Zero viewers. Like I'm the only viewer. Or does Prism count as a viewer? Let me check. Yeah, Prisms and Stream Elements. I don't think Stream Elements is technically a viewer. I think Prism's a viewer. One of the two of them is a viewer. Weirdly enough, I don't know why, but okay. And then here is never anybody on YouTube. Nobody really comes to YouTube anymore. There were people who used to come to YouTube before I went to Twitch also. But now I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, what time is it? 9:30. I'm gonna go till 10 probably. So another maybe half hour. So I'm gonna go for an hour. That's all I'm gonna go for. So whatever that means. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, I used a website to make them. I don't know how much is my own music, even if it's even if it's legal. But yeah, right. Where it's just kind of like I don't know how legal it is. May not be legal at all, and it may be legal, but like as an artist, how much of that is actually made by you, right? Right? Do artists see it as like a weird like, well, it's not your music because you're like not stealing, you're using samples. So I'm like, I don't know, beats, whatever samples. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty good stuff. So I don't mess around with beats. I don't change stuff. I don't like up down loop. Nah, I don't know any of that stuff. I just put them how I put them. I'm just glad people actually like listening to them. Like, not that they'll ever like have this forever, but also you gotta have 10 congruent listeners over at least a month. I think for like a month to be able to see the like statistics. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm gonna get one every like 5 billion years, which is gonna suck because I'll be like, oh, you suck. Yeah. I was watching a video. It was a video by James Rolfe, and he was talking about like nostalgia and his like nostalgic like video store and a bunch of stuff like this, right? And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, because he was talking about how the fact that like, would he want to go back to any of the old days in his life? And he went, yeah, I'd love to go back here. I'd like to go back there to just visit and say whatever, but I never want to go back and say, oh, I want to live in 2003 again, or 2002, or 2012. I would never want to. I experienced that year again, but would I go back and live there? Like, oh, from that point, no. No, 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 no. I'm with him. Because he's very much the person who thinks of, like, let's move forward. Let's go forward. Let's bring forward, right? Which I'm kind of with him. Like, yes, I know there are parts of time where that was great, and I love that old thing, and I love that old thing. I still have a CRT TV in my room. I have all these old video game consoles. He's saying, too, I have all these old things, nostalgia, the whole channel is nostalgia, Cinemassacre is nostalgia, it's all nostalgia. And I went, yeah, but, he goes, but, I think, because he says it in 2000, in his 200, sorry, Cinemassacre 200, where he's like, look, man, the sooner you're born, like the later you're born, dang it, the later you're born, the more conveniences you have, and my gosh, there's no excuse for anything almost in life. Like right now, there's no excuse to not make money. At this point in life, there's no excuse to not make money. Somebody somewhere, or to not produce something, like, right? I'm like, wow, okay. Just, that's kind of true. He doesn't say that, but the side hustlers do. I'm saying that. And side hustlers do say that all the time. Now, for me, I'm just like, but him, he's like, look, do something. Like, the more privilege and more conveniences you have. And he's like, very much a moving forward person. Oh, no, I want to move forward because technology is better and this and the other thing. But he has to acknowledge when some things were better. Like, he likes certain things. Like, he says, like, Blu-ray discs are not inherently better than DVDs or VHS. The reason he keeps his DVDs, the reason he keeps his DVDs are because he goes, and his VHS tapes is he's like, some of them are just not on DVD. They're just, or on VHS, or on Blu-ray, I mean. So it's like, or on streaming services. That's the worst, when it's not on a streaming service. Like, I could stream Friends right now, but I own the whole, I was given the whole series of Friends. So, for me, I'm like, I could stream it. 100% I could stream it. Why would I want to when I have the whole thing and I can have it forever and it's not, you doesn't get a Seinfeld problem or, sorry, The Office problem where NBC, is it NBC? CBS? Whatever, the one that does Peacock. Yeah, and NBC, I think. Their Peacock service was like, where it bought back the rights and like, because they were distributing it to Netflix, and then Netflix was like, nah, man, nah, bruh. Or not Netflix, sorry. They were like, nah, bro, we're going to put on our own streaming service. Ours now. Mine. Like, ours now. Like, okay, well. Which is fair. I don't blame them. They definitely do what you want, people. But I'm just saying, like, now you have to have the thing or have Peacock. And like you had Netflix, but now Netflix is losing its like gusto of being the streaming service. They are. All the other places are doing a better job. Like I like Disney Plus better. I mean, yes, I know Disney is like a woke organization, and I don't like what they do, but their stuff's great. Like I love their old stuff. Oh my god, I watch all their old stuff. I love Three Caballeros. I love Los Amigos. I love all the random stuff. I love Make Melody Time and all that stuff. Like it's great. Although Melody Time, like I've said this before, I may have said this before. I think Melody Time falls into this really weird category of like, oh god, there's only two things in Melody Time or three things in Melody Time I really like. I like Little Toot. Little Toot's fine. I like I like Pecos Bill, and I like Johnny Appleseed. That's it. I don't think anything else is really good. So I don't like Fantasia. I really don't like Fantasia. Oh yes, it's a artistic masterpiece, but like, and I acknowledge it's an artistic masterpiece now. But back in like as a kid, and I just don't like it. I just don't want to ever watch it as like a entertaining thing to watch. I don't like it. I just don't. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not gonna go and say, oh, it's a terrible thing, and it's not a good one, and it's like 101 Dalmatians of Xeroxing, and there's the whole Xerox era, and it's bad, and it's terrible. No. Also, those Xerox days in the era with stuff like the 101 Dalmatians, don't tell me they didn't make millions of dollars, if not billions, in the time. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I do not like it personally. I acknowledge it's good, but I don't like it personally. So, look, in my opinion, Disney Plus is better. I think, because I would watch Disney Plus. I don't care for Netflix. I don't care for I don't care for Netflix. I don't care for Amazon Prime, except for what was on Amazon Prime that I used to watch? Nothing really, right? No. My mother watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and she loved it. I don't know if it's still going, but she loved that show. Anyway, there's that show. There's a few other shows on there. I would use Crackle and a VPN because it's not in Canada. It's only in America. I watch Crackle. I do Crackle and watch the first Gilbert and the Nintendo documentary. I used Tubi TV to watch Galaxy Express 999, the anime, and a few other things on there. But the documentary for Steve Jobs, stuff like that, And so for me, I'm like, there are better ones. There are free. So there are better ones that are cheaper, and there are free ones that are free. So like, really, what? I'm not gonna go with Netflix anymore. Same way with like streaming services of like music. I'm like, I don't care. I buy all my music, so I don't care. I'm not paying $9 a month to stream all this stuff I want. I don't care. I don't. Not Apple Music, not Spotify, not Dozer, not Tidal, not Amazon Music, none of it. And look, Amazon Music isn't even technically included in your Amazon subscription. It's like a weird like part of it is, and like something I don't even know what it was. It's dumb. I looked it up, and I was like, "Well, that was stupid. That's really dumb." It's one of these weird things where also Audible's not either, which is like blew my mind. I'm like, what? Audible's not included in your Prime subscription. Like, no, not at all. What? It's this weird like you get one free book and one credit for a credit. I don't know what it gives you. Maybe it's only the what do you call them? The Audible Originals. If you're actively paying for Audible, like monthly paying for Audible, I don't. I buy a book and I leave. Because there's like a service subscription. I don't know how it works. Maybe you have to have a thing. I don't know. Oh, what's it called? I don't know. What's it called? Oh my gosh. Prime membership. I don't know. Stupid thing is, you're paying $100. I'm paying $150 or $15 or $20 a year. I'm not paying. Sorry, my mother's paying. I don't want it. I don't care. For Amazon Prime, right? And then we have to watch ads every few minutes on Prime Video. Like, oh my gosh, shoot me, man. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's real dumb. Look, I don't care because it's not that bad. It's included, so it's not the worst. But like, come on, man. Well, we watch commercials. Yeah, but that's how we paid. No, you paid for your. That was the thing that blew. Well, now I think now I'm like, it didn't blow my mind at the time. I didn't care at the time. Now I'm like, we paid $80 to like $200-$300, right? Some stupid like that for cable TV, right? Or satellite TV, or whatever you got for TV, right? And we also watched commercials that paid for TV. I just don't get it. Although I love the commercials, don't get me wrong. And the commercials are amazing. What I'm saying is, I mean, that's what Pat Country does. All he does is he watches commercials on Wednesday nights. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, how did we get away with that? Now we would not want. I mean, Netflix has a tier where it's cheaper, but you get ads. Amazon Prime has ads. Tubi TV has ads. Crackle has ads. So it's like, yeah, okay. No, but they're free. That's how they pay for the service, the experience. You can probably find an ad blocker of some kind, but like, maybe, I don't know. But like, come on, man. I'm just saying, like, it's weird. When you think about it, it's just bizarre. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's bizarre. You know? It's like, whoa, okay. It's weird. I have to say that it's very bizarre. I'm not saying it's bad, per se. But, holy crowly moly, it's bad. Yeah, it's weird. You think about the wall. How did you get away with that? How did they get away with that? We just didn't. We just accepted it, I guess. I'm like, yeah, I guess we did. I guess we did, right? We just accepted the fact that like that's just normal. That's how they pay for everything. And as a kid, you just thought, okay, that's whatever. Commercials are just commercials. We didn't care. We didn't want them. He was also making the point in that video. This is an old video from like a few years ago, but like, he's making the point where, oh, he wishes he didn't like skip commercials and not record commercials. He wishes he would have kept the commercials because some of them are great now. But like, what do you expect? As a kid, we hated commercials. There's no commercial about some stupid cereal, or no commercial about a toy I don't care about, or about a girl's thing, or about a whatever, about a car insurance or whatever. Right? Some of those are great though, or about some furniture store, or about some like thing I couldn't care less about. Oh, actually, okay. So yeah, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. What I'm saying is, okay, I'm just saying like it just doesn't make sense to me how they got away with having commercials and paying for cable. That's just weird. Because everybody's complaining about it now with like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video, so I don't know and I don't care. Look, I don't care. Look, in my opinion, it doesn't matter to me. To me, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I never paid for it, so I don't care. I never will. I never pay for cable. Not really. Maybe for some reason one day, but there's got to be a really good reason to pay for it. Like some people say, like Pat Country talks about like not Apple. What's it called? YouTube TV is being a good thing with sports and ads this and that. I don't know. And then the different tiers of like Apple TV where it's like with not Apple, there's that too, but Disney Plus where it's like you get Disney Plus, you get Hulu, and you get ESPN for free, like their streaming services. And I'm like, I didn't remember. I forgot that ESPN was a Disney owned thing. I was like, oh yeah, they bought it like whatever 15 years ago. I don't know how long ago, long enough ago to be long ago. So I'm like, oh yeah, and they're like streaming service, whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, and you don't get ESPN on TV because we get TSN, which is our Canadian one, the Sports Network. I think it's called the Sports Network or something like that. Anyway, it's our Canadian like ESPN basically. And it's literally exactly the same in the sense that, you know how there's like 4 ESPNs and there's like, they make the jokes about ESPN Gaucho, 8 or whatever. Gaucho? No. Oto, 8! Whatever 8 is, right? And it's like, the one where, in, Dodgeball, that one, right? There's like jokes like that happen here. We have the memes and stuff where it's like, oh yeah, playing like competitive, whatever, just pick a random stupid sport or like, curl, those kind of dumb stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so personally, I just, I don't know. But yeah, there's better streaming services than Netflix. Netflix is like having certain things like Stranger Things and Queen's Gambit and the one about the royalty, the Queen, whatever that was called, Queen's whatever. Okay, sure. Once you watch them, they're done. Same with Disney Plus. A lot of people got Disney Plus, watched The Mandalorian, WandaVision, Loki, maybe 1 or 2 others, and then just left. They were like, bye. Obi-Wan maybe, and just dipped. They're like, bye. I watched it all. So I watched the first season of Stranger Things. I thought that show just went on forever. Like, just went on, like, it was like so damn long. I'm like, oh my god, you could cut this down by half at least. It's like a 45-minute show, and it's like you could have cut it down by half at least. You would have had to cut it down by half at least if you're going to make a 22-minute episode. Because I was watching that, right? Then I watched, what's it called back, right? Again. I watch it. Yeah. Fairly recently, Super 8. And it's the same kind of, like, vibe, same kind of, like, 80s, late 70s, early 80s, like, vibe of the thing. Mid 80s, you know? The other movie I watched that was really good was, really liked was, Christmas, what's it called? 8-Bit Christmas. Man, that was a good movie. I like the movie a lot. It had the same kind of, like, 80s vibe, right? Getting a Nintendo. So this whole, like, vibe, right? So this whole vibe comes off as, like, yeah, but it doesn't do a terrible job. Neither 8-Bit Christmas nor Super 8. No, they both have 8 in the names. Anyway, do a terrible job of like dragging on forever in every episode. They're movies, yes, and they only have a finite amount of time, right? But they just don't go on forever. Freaking kill me. I watched the first episode of Mandalorian. And I told my brother, because he asked me like, "Oh, what do you think?" Because he's like a huge Star Wars guy, and I'm like, "No, just no. I'm not sitting there for 45 minutes for like 2 seasons, 3 seasons of this, of whatever, 10 episodes, 10 episodes. No, I'm not doing this. This is ridiculous." And he's like, "Fair enough. It is long." And I went, "Yes, it's stupid. It's actually stupid." And he's like, "Fair, yeah, no, you're not wrong." And I went, "Good God, good Lord, good sweet mother of molasses. I'm not doing this. I'm just not. You know? I'm just not. I will not. I refuse." So I'm like, nope, I refuse. I'm sorry. I don't care. I refuse. I'm like, fair enough. He's like, fair enough. I liked it. I'm like, yeah, I liked it. I just thought it went on forever. Like, Stranger Things. There are parts I didn't like, but the whole first season was pretty damn good. Do I remember much of it? Not really. It was 2019. So I don't remember much of it, but I do remember, like, it being okay and being, like, a decent movie, decent show, and, like, being, like, yeah. You know? Being, like, a decent show. Just went on forever. There were parts of the show you're like, cut that down by, like, half. That scene right there could have been half that long. Like, what the freaking heck are you doing? I know I'm probably a person who is criticizing it in a way that people are like, oh, you're an idiot. They really did a perfect job, and you don't know anything about movies or TV shows, and you don't know how to criticize anything, and you're an idiot. Like, yeah, probably am. But I'm the kind of casual, regular schmo Joe, right, who watches this and goes, who doesn't know much about it and goes, God, it's so long. Flippin' God. I hated it with a passion, okay? For the reason that it was too long. I loved it for being an actually good show. Oh, it was a great show. It just went on forever. I'm like, oh my God. But Super 8 didn't do that. Neither did 8-Bit Christmas. They didn't go on and like drag things on forever. Because here's the thing in Super 8, I've talked about this already. Spoiler alerts, right? There's a whole thing where with Joe and what's her name? Alice, right? I like how it didn't make it out to be one of two things, right? One of two things happen with these kind of people. Especially in TV shows. Or movies, but a lot of times in TV shows. It's like, I've known you for 5 minutes, and we've already fallen in love and had intercourse. And you're like, okay, calm down, people. Right? That's one problem. Or the other problem is, I hate you with a passion. Usually the girl hates the guy. Usually. But sometimes there's a mutual understanding of both of them hating each other. Like, the two people hating each other, right? And then eventually, randomly, it just, like, changes. And like, oh, actually, I'm in love with you now. It's like, wait, what? Why? Whoa. What? Why? Why do you suddenly love each other? What? You're dating now? What? Oh, my God, this is dumb. Or there's also a third one that I just thought about just now. That is, like, Ross and Rachel type of setup where, like, it drags on forever as to, like, have freaking sex already. Go and have intercourse already. Fuck. Everybody knows you want to do it. Just do it. No. Just do it. We know it's supposed to be that way. We know it. We're not stupid here. Just do it. Don't drag us on forever. We know this. I mean, and then there's all the other parts where, like, the Isabella from Phineas and Ferb, where it's like, I love you, but, you don't love me back. So, it's going to go on the whole season. And then by the end, of course, Phineas is going to be like, you know what, Isabella, I knew this the whole time. I just didn't, I don't know, whatever his excuse was. And then the episode ends and the series ends and, like, they did their kiss and they go off into the sunset. And then Ferb and what's her name? Vanessa, Doofenshmirtz's daughter. They go riding off in the sunset too. It's like, okay. You know, hey, okay, well then. And that one's not too bad. At least like they get their, get what they not deserve, but get what they want. It's the ones where it's like, no, stop it. You've known each other for 5 minutes and you've already had intercourse, or 2. You hated each other the entire show, and now in the either last season or last half of the season or near the end, you are like in love with each other. What? Oh my god, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It drives me bonkers. I just think it's stupid. I think it's just absolutely stupid. Both of those. And that movie, Stranger Things. Probably gonna make a Stranger Things movie knowing Netflix. Make $1 billion. And put it in a theater? No, don't even do that. Don't even do that. Put it on your streaming service. Everyone will go to see it, man. Anyway, no, Super 8. There was no love connection in any way, shape, or form in what's it called? 8-Bit Christmas. But in Super 8, they don't do a drag on forever where it makes it feel like, and also doesn't make it out to be like you've known each other for 5 minutes or you hated each other the whole movie and now you're in love. Like, what? Oh god. It does a nice gradual like progression of Alice, Joe. Alice doesn't really like anybody in this situation. She's just convinced by Charles to be in his movie. Alice does the one scene, things happen, Alice goes home, Alice basically tells Charles, never again. I'm done with you. I'm never associating with you again. You're a whack. I'm not doing this. This is crazy. Right? Then, after the whole train explosion thing, right? Then, Joe goes, I'll convince her. Charles, don't worry. Movie's not over. Don't worry. We're going to finish this movie. And Charles is like, okay. And then he's like, would you please? No, never again. And then she like, wait for it. And like a few seconds later, or maybe a minute later, it's like, I'll do it. It's like, okay. So they do it. She sticks it to her dad or whatever. Fuck you, Dad. Screw you, Dad. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. Nah. You can't tell me what to do. I'm 14 now. Or 15 or whatever the heck she is. Well, only 14 or 15 in that movie. It's crazy. Anyway. Or like they're supposed to be playing a 14, 15-year-old. I don't know if they're like 20 billion years old. Tom Holland, 20 billion years old. Or in the first Spider-Man where he looks like he's like 40. And then in the second series of Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, where he looks like he's like 25. You're like, you're supposed to be a kid going to college. You just graduated high school. What the heck is going on here, man? You look like you're a billion years old. Anyway. Yeah, like that. Or, okay, the Jason Earl, okay, from Hannah Montana, Jackson, who is like 33 when he recorded that show. Oh my god. And he's supposed to be a high schooler. Although, he convinced me he was a high schooler. Blew my mind when I heard that. I'm like, whoa! Anyway. I'm just saying, like, they're supposed to play like 14 and 15-year-olds, whatever. And so it's like, they make it a very nice, gradual, like, way of going into it. They don't make it out to be like this really long, like, you both like each other, just tell each other. Or, you've known each other for 5 minutes, you can't have intercourse yet. Or, you hated each other for so long, you can't just, like, love each other now. It doesn't work that way. This isn't the 1930s or 20s or teens where it's like, your grandmother, how did you people two meet? Well, it's the grandpa. Well, I stalked her for like a year, for like years, and then one day she was like, okay, and now we're married. It's like, oh my god, that's freaky weird, okay? It's freaky deaky, I don't like that. I think it's weird, but whatever. That doesn't happen anymore. Don't let that happen anymore. So I'm like, this is in the 20s, this is in the teens, where silent era or the baby boomers, where it's like, oh yeah, he stalked me. I stalked her for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, and eventually she was like, yeah, I love you, and we're gonna get married. Or I don't really love you, but we'll get married. It's like, excuse me. Anyway, that's just weird to me, but okay. But yeah. Anyway, it's like, yeah, it goes on and does that like very, very good gradual progression, and there's like a part in the middle where it's like, good. This is a thing now. Thank you. Instead of like dragging it on to the end of the movie, and it was like, no, no, you didn't really like each other, and now you do. What? Oh man, no, he does a really good job. But there are parts where, if this man is simping over her, why are you not doing? Okay, there's parts. There's a part where spoiler alert. There's a part where she comes into his house, right? His room, right, through the window, and it's like, yo, can we talk? It's like, yeah, okay, which is never a good thing. When a girl says we need to talk, no, can we talk? No, can we talk? And we need to talk are two different things. Never mind. Can we talk? And she talks, and he talks about a whole thing, and then the power comes on, and the mother, and the whole thing, and then at the end where she's like crying because she's like the father, and she's like, sometimes my father wishes it was him, and then she goes, and sometimes I wish it was him too. I'm like, oh my god, wow, okay, wow, just wow. But yeah. Anyway, right? Where it's just like, it's like, I'm not, and then there's that report right there. I've been in that situation. You have to do it. You have the opportunity. Do it. Go up and hug her. The other thing that like was a whole downer in the whole movie was the end of the movie. In no part of the movie did Joe and Alice kiss. I'm like, no way. Go screw off, man. Why? Just why? What? The end of the movie, they hold hands. They don't even interlock fingers. They do the whole this. I'm like, oh my god. You know this is love. This is, I don't know how to explain it. There's a difference between this and this. That's all I know. I've never had a girlfriend, but I know that as a guy thing. Guys know that. And I'm like, why didn't you just turn to each other? There are parts of that movie, like, where there's like multiple parts of that movie where I thought, oh, she's gonna kiss him. She's gonna kiss him. She's gonna kiss him. There's a part where she saves him in the like underground like lair of the weird alien guy, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna kiss him. It's gonna happen. She's gonna kiss him. It's gonna happen. She's gonna kiss him. Gonna be a kiss here. Nope, no kiss. There's a big hug, no kiss. Big hug, no kiss. Like multiple times. Hug, no kiss. What's going on here, man? Do you like each other or not? What is it? What was that? What movie is that movie rated? What is that movie rated? Super 8. Whoa, 8. Oh, Super 8 movie. Great movie. What is it rated? What's it rated? It's 2011. What's it rated? Give me a rating, damn it. Its budget was $50 million and its box office was $260 million. $260.1 million. Wow, that's actually pretty good. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty good. I like the movie. Anyway, what's it rated? Yeah, but what's it rated? What's it rated? Oh, we're almost at it. Okay, I'm trying to see how much this. I have a counter here that I'm going to use for my. It's just a knitting counter. So it's counting all your rows, but it's I just want to know how high it goes to. Does it loop around or does it continue like just stop at like 99999? Because I'm at 9999. It's gonna be forever to get to the next 1,000, but yeah. In 1979. There you go. 1979. There you go. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I want to know how it's gonna go because I'm at 9999. I want to know if it goes to 9999, 99999. So 5 digits of 9, and it just stops or it rolls over. So let's go and a roll over, and we're gonna click it. Yep, there's 10,000. Anyway, okay, so yeah, the rating. What was this movie rated? Running time is 12 minutes. What is it? I love this movie with a passion. I think it's my favorite movie now. I really, really do. Hello. Me? I'm talking about Super 8 and how Super 8's like is my favorite movie now. What's the freaking rating? Yeah, rating. I just want to know what it was rated. If it was rated G, then okay, maybe this. I don't think it was rated G, but okay. I don't know. I just chose a random background. Here's Parents' Guide. My teenage girl appears. No, it wasn't. It's a little bit bad, yeah. Maybe it is. Um, this parent here is making a freaking sexy nudity. Where's the nudity? Excuse me. Whoa. Let's read this review here about the movie right here from the parents' guide section of IMDb. A teenage girl appears to lightly kiss a teenage boy's neck, and we see a small outline of lipstick on his neck. It's not a kiss. If you talk about the part where she tricks the makeup and she's like, "How do I be a zombie?" and he's like, "Well, you kind of like blah, blah, blah." And then you know that teacher from whatever. She's like, "Yeah." You just kind of be like her, dead like her, and it's like okay. And then he goes, bleh. She like walks up to him and goes, blah, 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 and then goes, that's not kissing, son of a dingus. A teenage boy tells a teenage girl that he is going to go to first. Why does he say that? Am I watching the same movie as you? Yeah, Super 8. Go to first base once he gets his driver's license. Maybe he does say that, actually. I'm not watching too closely as to what's going on. So, on 2 occasions, we see a teenage girl wearing abdomen exposing top and short shorts. Okay, that's Charles's sister, older sister. Older sister is a hot one. What, the guy from the film store? Or the photograph store? And a teenage boy is momentarily seen sitting in a hot tub. I don't remember that part at all. Violence and gore. Well, yes, that whole movie is complete violence gore. I'm not going to read any of these. Profanity. Yes, I know. Around 6 uses of S word, and there are 4 uses of hell, damn, and ass. We also hear pissed, bitch, dig, pussy, mug, and used respectively. That's the thing, too, that's weird. What is the rating? Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Yeah, this is there. Firefighting, intense scenes. Frightening. Sorry, I read that wrong. Parents' guide items below give away important plot points. Yeah. Violence and gore. Yeah. What I want to know is, what was the rating of this movie when it came out? Was it a PG-13 movie? PG. What? Oh, that's why, probably. Look, is this how stupid Quebec's rating system is? In Alberta, Canada, the movie's rated PG. In Quebec, it's rated G. What? Why can't you just come up with like, this is what ratings are, and this is how much they are, and they're all the same in every part of the world? 13, 11. Okay, some people 6. Taiwan at 6+. Not showing my 6 or 7-year-old. Spain 7. Turkey 7+. Oh my god. United Arab Emirates is PG-15, self-applied, whatever that means. Oh, they applied it themselves, I guess. Australia is mature. What? Australia is mature? Why? What? That's 18. Good. France, Republique. What does that mean? Everyone, I guess. I don't know. My God, like, their TV rating in Siberia is 12. South Korea is 12. What the freaking heck is going on here? There's 6+, and then there's mature in 6+ in Taiwan and mature in Australia. What the heck, man? This is bizarre. Bunch of bizarre. Very bizarre. Look, I don't know, and I don't really care. But what was okay? So I don't know why, right? I don't know why. I don't know why you couldn't have had just one kiss. I don't get it. Can you not have one kiss? I don't get it. I just don't understand it, but okay. What's your problem? Like, J.J. Abrams, what are you doing? You directed this thing. You should have made at least one. Would have say, oh my god, I just think it's dumb. I think it's dumb because, like, you now have Joe not really getting. It's a weird, like, did he get the girl? Did he not get the girl? I don't even know anymore. It's just dumb because they like hold hands and they're like, they imply like a kumbaya at the end, and they imply like Joe's dad and Alice's dad don't hate each other anymore. So it's like, oh, it's great, kumbaya. And it's like, and the cities and the towns all like, oh yeah, it's amazing. It's like, shut up. Not that it's terrible, but shut up in the sense that like, come on, man. What are the movie reviews on this? I want to know what people think. Imbibed with that effervescent movie magic quality so often linked to Spielberg, who serves as executive producer. That's right. It does have that like. I've never seen many Steven Spielberg movies, but from the ones I've seen, does have that like. I'm reading Rotten Tomatoes now. That was IMDb. This is Rotten Tomatoes. This is not. Parents anymore. It's just people reviewing it. But yeah, it does have that like Steven Spielberg kind of like feel. Who serves as executive producer? Abrams Films delivers an exciting and heartwarming adventure. Oh, I love the adventure. I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's absolutely fantastic. J.J. Abrams gets fine performances from his young cast, especially Elliot Fanning in her breakout performance as the well-possessed young woman they cast in their film. Yeah, she's actually really good. I think she's the best character in the whole movie. And then I think it's Joe. And then I think the third one is Carl. No, sorry, Claire, the guy with the explosives. Oh my god, he's the greatest. Firecrackers and all that. Oh my god, he's the funniest dude. They're all great. I mean, everybody else is kind of like a nerd. That's the thing too. Is like you're all wackos, okay? Why did she accept finishing that movie? I don't even know. I only wish the entire movie could have captured the magic that we see in its first 40 minutes. That's fair. There was like a good quality to the like first 40 minutes. Like it's like 3 different movies. It's like the first 40 minutes where it's nothing to do with like anything, and then when they get to the first like 40 minutes? Maybe. The part where like the whole thing right before the train. There's like a whole like maybe even after the train. Right before Alice is like, no more, we're done. We're not doing this movie anymore. Before she comes back for the second time. Right? Where they like fall like her and Joe fall in love. Like before that, there's a whole different movie than Joe falling in love and then she getting abducted. Spoiler alert, she gets abducted. And then there's a whole different movie. There's a third movie where after she's abducted and like the thing takes over the town, right? And like terrorizes and like has this like weird lair. And so yeah. So I'm not saying they're one of those is better, but yeah. I do understand what he's saying. There's like different parts of that movie. There's 3 different like sets to that movie or acts to that movie, you know? Obviously. The first third, second third, and third, you know. With Spielberg producing and J.J. Abrams directing, and clearly trying to channel early Spielberg, Super 8 was pretty summer blockbustery. With that partnership, could it not be? Yeah. It was actually a really good movie. I think it's a hair movie, I think, right now. I don't know if that'll change. It used to be a Back to the Future Part 2, and then I realized. I watched it again like 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And I was like, 7 years ago, 6 years ago. I was like, it's okay. Not that great. Its mix of genuine terror and sheer Joe de very shines through. Really recreates childhood, and that ever emphasis on simple occurrences. What? Okay. It does. It gets that like. It doesn't really. People. What I've heard is people say that movie. I don't know. I haven't read a lot of reviews and heard a lot of things, but that weird. That very much. That's exactly how making a movie was back in the day. Kids would make Super 8 movies all the time. Who was it that did it? It was I think it was Dan Povenmire, the guy who created Phineas and Ferb. Was talking about how like he would make these like movies on his wall with like space and like woo things flying and like cardboard cutouts and such with like Super 8 and like 8mm and all that stuff and 16mm. Yeah. Super 8 is an entertaining popcorn flick, but one does get the sense of Abrams sweating up a storm in an effort to produce the sort of ghoulish matinee magic that Spielberg conveyed effortlessly. Yeah, that's fair enough. 10 years after its release, so that would be 2021, okay. Yep, 21. Super 8 remains thrilling, and the film of yesteryear holds up beautifully well. I mean, I think it's a really good movie. I think it And also, it holds up very well. It doesn't like. It's not one of those movies where it's like, oh, you tried to be a period piece and you suck because of me. You know, Oh, you period piece. It's another 80s movie that sucks, or 70s movie that sucks. Oh, you're trying to be the 80s, 90s, man. Like, no, it's actually pretty great. You know, I'm not saying it's the best movie ever. No, no, no. It's like me and my favorite video game is Ocarina of Time, but I acknowledge 100% wholeheartedly that it's not. There are flaws in that game for sure, and there are flaws in that movie for sure. But like, yeah. While Super 8 is pretty much paint by numbers plot wise, it is entertaining and beautifully shot. Oh, I don't think it's that paint by numbers. What he probably means by paint by numbers is, oh yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We see Joe and Alice. That's kind of predictable. Oh yeah, it's gonna be an alien that abducts Alice. Of course, that's the thing though. That's the thing though. I'm gonna say right now. I'm gonna say exactly the same thing. In 2015, I think it was PBS or something like that. Interviewed George Lucas, and he went, everything art wise, at least in movies and TV shows, have been done before. Even my Star Wars has been done before. In the 70s, it was the westerns on one side and the westerns, right? Westerns, right? Cowboy westerns, and the eastern like samurai sword movies. And so I was like, well, yeah, they've all been done before. So, and I'm like, yeah, it's been done before. Of course, it's been numbers. Yeah, sure. Super 8 is entirely Abrams as he draws from the storytelling who inspired him, and he brings with him all the good and bad that he brings to everything else, making this a film you either love or dislike with little in between. Fair enough. I don't think you're gonna get a lot of like sevens. I don't think you're gonna get a lot of sevens. I think you're gonna get a lot of like or fives, right? You're gonna get a lot of like 9, 9.5, 9.9, 10, or like 0. Like full on like, no, you suck. I hate this movie. No. Or I don't like this movie at all. Like I just don't care for this movie at all. Right? Which, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Definitely one of those things. Fair enough. But I don't think it's of like as a movie in and of itself, in my movies, it's my favorite movie. But as a movie, or as movies overall, like movies in general, if I had to give it like an objective score, for a subjective score, like what do I think about it? 10. If I gave it an objective score, like, well, actually, yeah, like as like a reviewer, where it's like this is objective score, meaning like this is what I feel of it as like a professional reviewer, which I'm not. I would give it like a 7, maybe like a 6, actually 6.5, 7, something like there, because I feel like it's a good movie, but there are flaws in that movie, and it's very cookie cutter. And yes, the guy's right. Douglas is very right. It's very cookie cutter. You don't really get a lot of in between. You're not going to necessarily have like a, oh yes, this is amazing, as in like, oh, it's a great movie. No, it's cookie cutter. No, sorry. Sorry, Allison. Very cookie cutter. Paid by numbers. So, yeah, I understand. I know you're not going to get Doug. Yeah, yeah. There is no way I can write a legit review of Super 8 without sounding corny, but this nostalgic look at movie making hits all the right spots for me. That's the other thing, too. It's a very good nostalgic way of like showing, no, that's how you made a movie. No, from what I've heard, that's how you made a movie. You made a movie by making a movie. You didn't like waste your time, whatever this is. No. You made a movie by making a movie. You made a movie by making a movie. Like what? No, there's no. Nice. You know? So yeah. I'm not saying, it's the best movie ever. It's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. No, but it's definitely like one of those. This is a really good representation of making films, and it's a really good like horror movie. It's also the kind of 70s movie. Also, there's a point in the movie where it goes, I think it's the damn commies, man. It's the Russians. It's the commies, man. The commies are after us. It's the damn commies, man. They're after us. And I'm like, I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up commies like before. You know, I'm surprised commies didn't like weren't a thing that came out before. It's a very bizarre. Like, really? Wow. Yeah, because like communism, man. There was a whole movie. What was it called? It was called, and there was a whole thing about communism, which I like that movie too. Not King Ralph. The other one with John. Nope. Goodman. Yeah, John Goodman. What's his name? Oh God, what's it called? Oh, damn it. What's it called? It's called, if I'm not mistaken. Oh gosh, Matinee. It's called Matinee. What a good movie that is. Yeah, you know. And so, at least for me, that movie is also good, but in a different way. And also in that movie, they talk about the whole like, it's the whole movie is like a communist. Oh God, because the girl in the movie that the guy eventually, I think he kisses her. I don't remember that movie. I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe it's 6 months, 6 or 7 months. Um, the one that the main character likes. Anyway, she's like, because they're like, you get down on your knees, on your head, and you go like this, on your knees, and you go like this. And she's like, are you stupid? This isn't an earthquake. This isn't a natural disaster. This is a nuke. You're dead. The nuke comes in, you're dead. You're radiated. You're dead. And they're all like, oh, mama, you're a crazy woman. What? I'm the crazy woman. I'm the crazy one. It's a by the numbers blockbuster, but one with a key element that's missing from most of the big budget bloatfest, crowding each other for space on the marquees every summer. Heart. Ah, it's true. It has this like, I don't know how to explain it. It's such a good movie. You know, it's just a good movie. I don't know. In my opinion, it's a really good movie. Now, is it a great movie and is it my favorite? Is it the best movie? No, of course not. But it's just a good movie. Takes a winning formula and replicates it to a specific degree, but very little originality finds its way into the film. That's fair. That's fair. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to tell you right now. Yes, that movie is not very original at all. No, not at all. But it does bring out a whole. Yes, it brings out a whole like. It's good though. It's just good. I don't know why. It's like Ocarina of Time. There are flaws in that game up the wazoo for years. You could talk about that game and how many flaws and how bad it is forever. But what I think is, it's still my favorite video game. And it's still a great video game. Film that manages to remind us that the scariest monster flicks are those where we actually care about those who are involved. That's the other thing. We care about Alice. We care about Joe. We care about Charles. We care about the town. We care about Charles. That's the thing. We care about Alice's dad. We care about Joe's dad. We care about Claire and the other 3 or 4 whatever guys who are like, and we care about that one guy who gets the guy at the movie store. What's it called? The film store, the photo store, or whatever, film store. We care about these people. There's a lot of other ones where it's like, oh, that guy died. Whatever. He's dead. So he's dead. You know? We care about these people. We don't want them to die. Does anybody die in that movie? I'm trying to remember. I don't think anybody really dies. Just gets abducted. It's like on a weird abduction thing. It's kind of like in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets where people get petrified. Nobody really dies. Hermione gets petrified. Neville, I think, gets petrified. I know a girl gets petrified, and I know Ginny Weasley gets petrified or goes missing. I never noticed this. This bubble wrap is heart shaped. The bubbles are heart shaped. Interesting. That's weird. Anyway, Super 8 is a bit of a frustrating movie. It's well paced, frustrating movie. It's well paced, emotional, and captures a certain innocence of prepubescency youth without becoming too cheesy. Well, why is it frustrating? Not fascinating. Super 8 is a bit of a frustrating movie. Okay, Abrams seems more concerned with emulating the Spielberg way than meaning the true emotion that can be felt. Oh well, it's fine enough. Feels more like faded memories than a movie. Yeah, okay. And then the next one is, or there's only 3 left on this page list. This might not be the most original piece of work, but it's one of those films that shows that someone sometimes familiar can be a good thing. Yeah, you see, that's the thing too. It makes it out to be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a cookie cutter kind of movie. Like, oh, it's doing the same thing that something else did. But it does a really good job of like, well, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That doesn't mean a bad thing. See? But it's one of those films that shows that sometimes familiar can be a good thing. See? Super 8 is pretty much awash in charm. Pretty much awash in charm. The kids are the true story here. Yeah, the kids are the greatest part of the movie. The actual story is not a story. Yet, Super 8, which was so produced by Spielberg, is not so much an homage to Master, but a counterfeit copy of one of his originals. What are you talking about? And I hate reviews like this where they start saying, this is a copy of Spielberg's original work. And then you're like, yeah? Could you explain what that means? The trouble is that the answer awaiting at the end of Super 8 simply isn't very satisfying. But don't let that put you off, because the journey to get to this disappointment is a rewarding one. That's the thing that I would say. That's basically what I would say. I'd probably put this right here. I'd probably say something like, paint by numbers, predictable, isn't necessarily bad. Also, super disappointing ending. Don't let that put you off. It's an amazing movie where the journey is so worth getting to a stupid reward at the end. Oh, it's so worth it. This film is covered in thick syrup of nostalgia that often threatens to choke the life out of it. Yeah, it does kind of have that too. Doesn't do a terrible job though. It's not a Goldberg's. I think I've said this before. It's not a Goldberg's that shoves it down your throat and you're just like, oh, we're in the 80s. We're in the 80s. Frick yeah, we're in the 80s. We're gonna shove it down your goddamn throat. Oh no, stop it. It's impossible not to get caught up in Abrams' nostalgia for summer days at the Cineplex gone by. Yeah. Those stupid interminable close-ups of Dee Wallace Stone's suburban mom face, upturns, and simpering. Well, will I ever be able to scrub them from a... What are you talking about? Don't ask me what the hell you're talking about. Oh, this isn't even full reviews. Wow. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a solid little movie, and I'd highly recommend. Oh my god, it's so good. What are you people talking about? It's amazing. You people are out of your minds, okay? It's a good movie. This movie doesn't have all of the elements necessary to make it a true classic, but there are some admirable things it accomplishes, especially when the enthusiastic kids are at the forefront. Oh yeah, when the kids throw it out like this, like the whole like section in the middle where it's just kids, and there's a good like 20 minutes or like 15 minutes of just 10-15 minutes of just the kids. There's nothing else, just the kids. You know? No film this year opens more promisingly and ends more dismally than J.J. Abrams' Super. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. It ends like crap. I'm sorry. It does. So disappointing. It's like, oh. Because the other thing was, like, it like spoiler alert again. It ends with like the whole stupid like, no, don't take my charm away from me, little alien guy who needs metal. No, he goes in, it like hits the thing, it goes, ting. and it's like boom, and then blah, and it like flies away, and then stops. And while they're flying away, they hold hands. The dad, I think the two dads look at each other or look at the alien. The two of them look at each other, Joe and Alice, and then it just ends. I'm like, oh, you suck! Right there! That's exactly where you should have kissed! No! Frick, man. I really enjoyed Super 8. Kind of loved it, even. Yep. Little silly putty. Super 8 is silly fun. It stretches, snaps, and bounces. It's an elastic as pubescent imagination. Okay. I'm going to keep reading more. An idealistic and powerful summer film with great characters and a wonderful script. While it may not achieve the level of pop culture canonization as the Spielberg films it evokes, Super 8 should inspire many to use their camera phones for something more creative than a profile pic. That's fair. That should like show you, because it should give you like an idea of like, well, if that's they could do whatever, couldn't we take our phones and like start making movies? Yeah, like I could, you could, we could. It's every YouTuber or every person who's ever produced anything ever always goes, take your phone, go buy a cheap tripod with a cheap phone mount, click a button, bam! You can make an entire YouTube channel, YouTube videos, movies, TV shows. It doesn't matter. Just do it. And you know, I've made it produced. I've done a few things here and there. I have not been paid to do any of them yet, so I'm not a professional or anything. But whoa, excuse me. But yeah, it wants to be Spielberg, needs to be Spielberg, begs to be Spielberg, but this isn't Spielberg. It's fair enough. I mean, that's fair. To be honest, your whole Steven Spielberg thing, oh, it's trying to be Steven Spielberg, it's trying to be Steven. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. What I'm gonna say though is it does a very fine job of not being Spielberg. Being like I don't know about your direct ripoff, but yes, I know what you mean. Yeah. Great action sequences and a touching story make Super 8 a great summer blockbuster. They always talk about a summer blockbuster. Is it ever gonna be watched again? I love this movie with a passion. I saw it. Actually, I saw it in the summer. I think it was in the summer or in the beginning or the end of the school year at my youth group. Didn't love it at the time. Watched it again like I want to say 2021. I watched it or 2022. Not the greatest. I liked it a lot. Then I watched it again like a week and a half ago or so. Oh my god! I love this movie. Oh, something's changed. This Spielbergian misstep by J.J. Abrams attempts to be an emotional coming-of-age equivalent of Standing By Me, but instead winds up as a cacophony mismatch of Goonies and The War of the Worlds. Yeah, there's that too. There's that whole like, we're the Goonies and we're like a band of misfits. Like almost like a Little Rascals or what are the other ones? Like Sandlot or those movies. Or like even like what's that movie called that I really, really like? Oh, that's in the top 10. That's in the top 5. That's in my top 5. Gunther and the Paper Bridge. Paper Brigade. Sorry. Gunther and the Paper Brigade. Man, that's a great movie. I saw the movie black and white because I watched it on a camera, through a VHS camera. Very weird story there, but I watched it through a VHS camera. Anyway, I saw it in black and white the first time, then I saw it again in color. Like, I love that movie, but it does that, like, weird, like, oh, we have, like, a group of kids and they're a group of fun. It's a group of fun, like, you know, Goonies, but it doesn't even have a good, like, get to, like, a good adventure like the Goonies does, though. No, I can see what he means. And A War of the Worlds. Oh, no, this thing's going to kill us all. And then, like, oh, no, the kid's going to save us all. And you know, because it's one of those Scooby-Doo setups where not you know who the villain is, per se, but you know, oh, he's going to be the hero, and he's going to take over, like, save the world. It's predictable. Yes. But it's amazing. Or save the town. And that's the other thing, too, I like about this movie. It doesn't make it out to be like a, oh, no, he's going to destroy the world. No, it's like a small town may not exist. This movie of the summer, the movie of many summers, going back to the 70s. Super 8 is undoubtedly one of the more robust summer blockbusters of the year, with enough momentum to get it over the finish line before you start asking more questions of it. Yeah, it's fair enough. Also, there are little things like, wait, I like how I mean, it doesn't do a perfect job of it, but it does a very good job of like explaining. Wait a second. Well, what about this and what about that and what about this and what about that? And they're just like, you know, well, it doesn't do the thing where it just goes on to the next thing where you have no time to think about what goes on, right? No, it's more like it has enough of like it explains just a little bit about what just happened and then goes on. You still question, you still have questions, but you just go okay, and you go on to the next thing and don't even think about it. While it didn't turn out to be the great movie some thought it would be, Super 8 still makes for an entertaining film. That's the thing, too. I think it's not the best movie ever. It's not gonna be some like Casablanca, Maltese Falcon, Redemption. What's the other one? The one about the like film about the like. Oh, what's the one that everyone talks about? The best movies ever. Everybody knows. What are they called? Greatest movie of all time. It's gotta be the. Oh, let's see what it is. Let's see what somebody thinks about it. Alright, Godfather, sure. Shawshank Redemption, yeah. Schindler's List, that's it. Schindler's List. No, not even that. It's not the one I'm thinking of. Raging Bull, yeah. Casablanca. Citizen Kane, that's the one. It's not a Citizen Kane, but, it's not a Star Wars. It's not a, Back to the Future. It's not Gone with the Wind or Wizard of Oz or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or any of that. Lawrence Arabia, okay, sure. Vertigo, yeah, Vertigo's or Psycho or Godfather Part 2 or, it's none of these kind of things, right? Forrest Gump, Sound of Music, 12 Angry Men. What movie is that from? 96? Nope. When was that made? I don't know when it was made. Okay. Let's say 57 at least there. West Side Story. It's not that kind of stuff. Star Wars, yeah. Yeah, Space Odyssey, 2001 Space Odyssey, E.T., or any Silence of the Lambs, Chinatown. The Bridge over River Kwai, Singing in the Rain, It's a Wonderful Life. Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying About Love and Love the Bomb. Okay. I'm Like It Hot, Ben-Hur, Apocalypse Now, Abydos, Lord of the Rings, Gladiator, Titanic, From Here to Eternity, Saving Private Ryan. It's none of these movies, but it's so good. It's just so good. That's an entertaining film. It's not going to be any of those movies, but it's going to be an entertaining film. J.J. Abrams, thank you to Steven Spielberg. It's like he said, thank you for making those movies while I was growing up. Now here's what you inspired me to make, and it's terrific ride that I can't wait to experience again. Oh my god, it's amazing. Also, I've learned, I think Mike Matei from Cinemassacre said one time, my favorite video game, he said his favorite video game was the original Legend of Zelda, right? And he would say, but only if I don't play it all the time. I will hate that game. Yeah, me too. My favorite video game is Ocarina of Time. I think it's amazing. You can't play it all the time. I can't. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I can't watch it all the time. Like, one of my favorite movies is, like, number 3 or so, is Monty Python and Holy Grail. If I watch that movie, too much, I'll hate it. Verdadero? Oh, no, it's in a different language. So, yeah. I personally, this is Rotten Tomatoes, okay, love it. But can I watch? I was willing to watch it again. There was a movie, I don't know why. I did not think it was such a great movie, but I watched Kicking and Screaming. I'm not even joking. It was around Christmas time. Maybe it was around like January, right after Christmas. Okay? We had a TV in our basement. This exact TV that I have in my room was in my basement originally. And what happened was, I decided, I don't know why, and my brother would come in every so often and be like, "You're still watching this?" And you'd watch it with me, and you'd come watch some part of it. I don't know if you know the movie Kicking and Screaming. I haven't seen the movie in forever. But Kicking and Screaming, that movie, okay? It's not a great movie. It's fine for what it's fine for what it is, but it's not a great movie. What happens is, or what I ended up doing, I don't know why, but I got up like stupid early for some reason, right? Like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that. Watched Kicking and Screaming, right? Or I maybe watched it even the day before, like the night before. Then I got up early and watched it again. Then I watched it again, and I was even then I was still I was even confused as to why I was watching it again. I was like, I'm watching this again. Why? Okay. Then I watched it again. So that's 3 times in a row. I ended up watching that movie. I'm not even joking, like 14 or 15 times in a row. Then I remember specifically going outside in the like snow, the most snow I'd ever seen. It's incredible. Shoveled, played in the snow. It was great. Came back, watched it one last time. What am I doing? Why? I haven't seen that movie in 15 years. But what the frippin' flip, man? Why? I have no clue as to why I would want to watch that movie so many times. I was a confusing, bizarre kid. I know I watched stuff like Three Caballeros probably 500 times. Maybe 500, 200 to 500 times. I'm not even joking. Like, I watched it, like, probably once every 2 weeks. No, once a month for 12 months. So that's 12. 12 times maybe 5. 12, 24, 36, 48. Yeah, 60. 60 or 7. That's 60 or 70 times. Maybe I watched it 100 times, okay? Maybe I watched it 100 times. But still, holy crap, that movie I watched a lot. I watched Kicking and Screaming like 15 times in a row. I never watched that movie in a row. Twice in a row, ever. More than once in a row. Oh, boy. I don't know why I can't stop talking about this movie. This movie's amazing. This movie, like, blows my mind. It blows my mind. This movie's great. Because I think it's because Joe and Alice are a great duo. They have great chemistry and it works well. I love the part when Chuck's like, Chuck. I always say Chuck because, Patty would call Charlie Brown Chuck. Charlie, Charles, or Charles. Hey, Charles. Hey, Chuck. Yeah. Anyway, Charles would be like, came into his room and was like, I like Alice. The freaking heck are you doing, damn it? And then he's like, and you know what the worst part about it is? She likes you too. And I have to, and he doesn't say that, but it implies, and I have to accept the fact that you two love each other and like each other. God, Charles is the worst. Charles is the worst actor in that whole, or not actor, the worst character in that movie. He's like been written as this like whiny little brat, like whiny little bitch, whiny little brat. Like, frig, man, get on with your life, bro. Alice was never gonna like you. He was the only normal kid in the whole group of you people. The rest of you are weirdos. Alice is gonna like you weirdos? No. Joe's also a weirdo, but he's at least a normal, down-to-earth weirdo. The two of those people are down to earth. Joe's like, Charles is like, what are you freaking doing, man? Or sorry, Charles is like, what? Who are you, man? What? No, you're not. She's never gonna like you. And she's like, oh, he kind of like acknowledges, oh, I know she's not gonna like me. Why do you think I asked her though? Because he goes, you like Alice? Joe goes, you like Alice? And Charles goes, well, who the freak? Why the heck do you think I asked her? I don't know. You just wanted the hottest girl in school? You be in your movie? Yeah. For S's and G's? For shits and giggles? No, because I like her. It's like, oh. I stupid. Boy. It makes so much sense now. And he's like, but sorry. I like Alice. She goes, yeah, I know. You know what the worst part about it is? She likes you too. And he goes, and he just looked at him like this defeated, like, hands in face, like, oh. Yeah, well, not. I think he couldn't have Alice. Just the problem was, he made it out to be like his whiny bitch, whiny, like, brat. It's like, oh my god. But not even just that part. The whole movie, he's this whiny little, like, my camera broke, or my filming is all ruined. My camera broke. Oh no! It's like, shut up. I can't film my movie now. You know the kid. No, I don't want it anymore. Fuck you, man. You're stupid. I hate you. It can't be done. Like, Charles, shut up. Joe's trying to tell you, okay? The movie will get finished. You don't have to be a whiny little baby, okay? A whiny little baby. God. Frig, man. A whiny little baby in this whole Nah, 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 my movie can't be finished. It's ruined. Shut up, Charles. You suck. Shut up. Great. He's a good character because it makes like Joe become this like actual main character of like, no, I'm gonna take charge here and it's gonna happen and don't worry, I'm getting Alice back. I'm getting you a new camera from my dad. I'm using my dad's camera. We got film. We got this. We got that. So yeah, I love the part with the movie where he's just like, sorry, sir. Excuse me, sir. That's your camera. When he takes the camera away, he's like, that's not happening anymore. You're not making any stuff with Charles, whatever. Right? It's like movies, right? Excuse me, sir. Sorry, but that may be your camera, but technically that's my film. And he doesn't even. What he should have done was like taking out the film and just tucked it behind him. And Charles could have like either dropped on the ground or Charles could have caught it and been like, "Thank you." No, he doesn't even do that. I think what happens is I think Joe found it, like got the film back, got the camera back. I know that. Because then there's a part of the movie where like he kind of acknowledges the fact that like the dad kind of like I don't remember if they said it, but they implied like, fine, go finish your movie. Go finish the movie. And the two dads, right? Joe's and Alice's both kind of like have this like, go finish the movie. Because I thought it was gonna be the part where they start talking about or when they're in the car and they're driving to save like the town, right? And like find Alice and save the town, right? I thought it was gonna be one of those, we're not friends, we're never gonna be friends, I'm just here to save your daughter. Don't give me this shit. No, it's like, don't give me this crap. No, it's more like, oh, we're actually going to be no, we're actually gonna try and make up. I don't like you per se, but we don't hate each other anymore. So anyway, I'm just saying I love that movie. I can't stop talking about that movie. That movie's great. Back when I first saw Back to the Future, I wouldn't stop quoting it, wouldn't stop loving it. I love that. No, I don't like the third one too much, but per se, but I do like it. Anyway, what were they gonna say? So yeah, what were they gonna say? Yeah, so yeah, I just love the movie. Now I'm looking at every other movie. I'm not a movie guy. I want to make a movie, but I'm not a movie guy. Like, not really. Not really. I mean, I like movies. I'll watch a movie here and there. I never understood people. This was later in my life, but definitely would watch a movie, right? I hear people talk about things like, "Oh, I didn't finish a movie yet." I'm like, "You didn't finish a movie? Who goes to watch a movie and doesn't watch a full movie?" And then I went, "Oh, people who have lives and watch like half a movie and stop a movie and go back to a movie. That's why they have the stop button." Like, oh my god, like my brother explained that to me like, what, 10 years ago. He was getting all his movies on VHS instead of DVD, and I went. I think I asked him like why, and he was like, "All right." Dad asked him maybe why, and one of us asked him why, and he was just like, "Because you can stop a movie, take out a movie, or stop a movie, and have the movie be exactly where you left it off, so you can come back to it later." I went, "Why would you ever want to come back to it later? You're gonna watch the whole movie." And then I realized years later, maybe 5, 6 years later, I was like, because people have lives. We're not children who can sit there and watch 7 movies in a row. Or 17 movies in a row, like I did. Or the same movie 17 times. Anyway, that movie, I don't know how that VHS tape didn't break. Anyway. I sometimes think to myself, I'd love to go back to this time in my life, or like back then in my life. And then I realized, yeah, but then I don't know these people who are amazing people. No, I like the way I am right now. I like where I am right now. Thank you very much. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. I think I grew up in a great time, too. Digital cameras were becoming cheap when I came into making movies, like wanting to make videos. Um, Computers were becoming cheap, so like our family could afford a laptop, not a desktop, but a laptop. I'm gonna have a desktop next to me, which I did use for a long time. Windows XP desktop, one of those Dell Dimension 4860, 4600, 4600. What else was coming into play? Like technology was just about enough. It was the first generation where I didn't have to like do a bunch of these things that a lot of other people do. The other one was there's a first. I was the first generation or last generation to not have like a cell phone out of the womb. Oh crap, that camera might die. Whatever. Yeah, yeah. Camera out the womb. Or sorry, camera, cell phone out the womb, or smartphone or a device out the womb. I had a DS, so I had a good like video games experience. I had a Wii, I had a PS2, I had a PS3 and an Xbox later in life, and a Xbox 360. I never liked the Xbox. Couldn't care less for it. Anyway, yeah. So like, I came up, and the toys were pretty great. I was on the like last cusp of like this stuff and that stuff. Then there was things that came out, and like I remember Jurassic Park 3 came out. There were toys for that I have. I mean, it was pretty good. I wasn't like a terrible. I think I grew up in a good era. I do. The music was actually pretty decent. I didn't actually particularly like listen to a lot of music back in that day. I didn't listen to music until I was like what, 12 or 13 years old, 14 years old. I like some songs, but not really. And so there was a lot of like I think I was grew up in a great era. I didn't have to worry about all the stuff before me trying to use technology, and it was all like esoteric, like, oh, you got to know what you're doing, know how to, need to be a computer genius or a movie making master, like a director or whatever. But also, it wasn't too easy for me, like, now where it's like, oh, I could just literally, I could get a freaking, I'm sure AI could make 100% a movie. AI actors, AI script, AI music, AI images, AI this, AI that, all done. AI edited, done. Like, So I'm pretty sure. They'll use it for something else. Anyway, doesn't matter. I might actually re-upload that to YouTube. Anyway, so yeah. So I had models that were really great. I didn't know models went that far back. Models went back to like the '60s, man. I didn't even know that. In the movie in Super 8, Joe has a bunch of model trains, and I'm like, no, it doesn't go that far back. I don't know. It does. It goes way back. 50s, 60s, man. Making model vehicles or models in general. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, I have models. I love models. I mean, it's great stuff, man. I personally really like how I grew up. I grew up a little bit too much with my best friend who liked a little bit too much of old things. Nothing new. It was like, get on, move on with your life, man. Don't like sit on this like nostalgic past, man. Get on with your life, bro. Like seriously, Frig, man. When that says 2 hours, 2 minutes, when this says 2 hours, which will be in 6 minutes, I'm out. But yeah, I don't know. It's just my opinion. I feel it's very weirdly not. I don't know. That was it. And the other guy, you know, my other best friend liked superheroes, and I just was like not into superheroes at all. Really, there's a lot of things that I realized as a kid, as an adult. Did I like anything? Did I have my own interest at all, or did I just follow everything everybody else did? Now I have my own interest, right? Nobody I knew wanted to make movies. Nobody I knew wanted to do this, and then they wanted to. Some of them wanted to. Nobody I knew wanted to do this or that or this or that. Like nobody would ever even. Nobody I knew even remotely close wanted anything to do with video games or like making a video game or making a movie or making a not making sorry making a what do you call it 360 stuff, not or like film photography or editing stuff or a lot of that kind of stuff. So I do have my own stuff now. But what I'm saying is, I've thought about this before too. Did I like anything, or is it only because other people like my brother, my best friends, my friends all like this stuff? You know? No, no, don't get me wrong. Influences like that always can happen. Siblings are very, very influential, especially if they're older than you. Yeah, but like, I can name you all the things that I question now that I liked. Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, Star Trek, Star Wars, not Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek, Star Wars, superheroes, Wolfman, like horror movies, Harry Potter, Ninja Turtles. I'm looking at things around my room. music, old TV shows, anything like 90s and earlier, old computer stuff. No, maybe not. No, maybe. No, maybe not. No. Certain books, uh, cartoons, Scooby Doo, Flintstones, stuff like that. That era, Hanna Barbera, that kind of stuff. All the old cartoons, whatever, Ninja Turtles, stuff like that. Lord of the Rings. I never really liked Lord of the Rings, but I did kind of somewhat get into Lord of the Rings. I tried reading Leslie Do the book. I will finish the series one day just to have known what it is. Nerf. My brother and my friends like Nerf. What else? What else? Even art to a certain extent because my brother knows how to draw. He's actually really good at drawing. Like, no, what he can do is he can do that thing that artists can do where they can just think of something or look at something and go, okay, I'm gonna draw it. I can't. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, even photography. Oh, this is great. Drugs, not popcorn. A history of documentary film. You know, man, I want to finish this book. I got it like 2 years ago. I like it a lot. It's a very good history of documentaries. I didn't know. Although this is one of those things where it's like, why do I want to know the history of documentaries? It's cool to know, but like I don't learn anything from it. Great though. Me and You, The Motto, and Fargo. Memento and Fargo. Fargo, and this one's called. I love to do it. So I want to make a documentary. The friend who left, or friend, I don't know if we're friends. I'm sorry, I don't know if we're friends. But the one who left from, yeah, from Young Adults, um, she went to CJEP, which is our like, it's hard to explain because it's like a predecessor to college. Didn't even finish it because she was like, frig this, I have clients to do photography, videography, so peace, bro. Peace. I'm not even gonna finish it. She didn't finish it. But she was going there to make documentaries apparently. And I'm like, yeah, but I think she realizes she'd love to make a movie, but yeah, she can be in my movie. She can help with my movie if she wants, or my documentary. I would ask her, 100%. I would ask her, 100%. 100%. You said that! That's a twat! Anyway. But yeah. So you want to do documentaries too, so. It's really cool, this second edition. Okay, anyway. The first one's a little bit different than the second, but. Or second. Toronto International Film Festival. Stranger Than Fiction. But what I'm saying is, and then I want to prove to people you don't need any, which you don't. You don't need to go to, some people question it. I would rewrite like a book or make a blog or make a post somewhere or make like a something somewhere asking people like do a poll or just ask a bunch of people and just like write a whole like article or write a whole whatever about the fact that like I would do the whole thing of like, do you need to go to film school to make a film? Any way, shape, or form. Whether that's TV, documentary, film, doesn't matter. Do you need to? Because I have a book about it, but it's from like 2004 or something. And like, I think it'll be different now. I think now, because she says, don't bother. Now, not learning is not what I'm telling you. I'm not saying to not learn or not get educated. What I'm saying is this is her explaining to me. I'm saying, go. No, I'm saying, there's a lot less. Because my friend said this too, who also went to film school. Didn't finish film school, I don't think. Also made this whole like, did this whole we're gonna get to a point. And then my other friend who he's doing engineering also said we're gonna get to the point where we don't need, and even we're even at the point in certain industries where we don't need qualified people. What we need are, we don't need qualified people. What we need are people who know what they're doing. It doesn't matter if you are not technically qualified. Yes, okay. For engineers, they want you so you can be insured, so you can have insurance, that they can insure you so that nothing happens and whatever. But anyway, they don't care, because what happened was somebody at the Bible study was like, her fiance, I think at the time, anyway, was working as like a janitor-y type of person, maintenance person at a school, and she was saying, the guy who was interviewing her went, just the fact that you know what these names are It's so much better than 99% of the people we interviewed. Like, it's crazy how bad it was. And it's like, yeah, I know. Isn't that no? I know. Isn't that crazy? Someone who actually knows what they're doing. That's the thing. I think we'll get to the point now. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We're gonna get to the point where it'll be 3, okay? Then down to 1, to 2, then 1. It'll be lawyers, engineers, and doctors. The only things you need to go to school for. Then it'll get to doctor, and I even think that eventually you can teach yourself to become a doctor. That'll be hundreds of years from now when we have so sophisticated technology that you can just look up go on the internet and say, what do I do with this thing? Look at a video, watch a video, and learn how to do it in like 10 minutes, right? In like couple of minutes, maybe an hour, maybe a few hours. For that thing. Nobody's a doctor, everyone nobody's a doctor while everyone's a doctor, right? Yeah. Or there's like a Wikipedia resource of like Encyclopedia dictionary of like, oh yeah, this is how you for this thing, take this symptom, whatever then. Right? Where it's just like what are they gonna say? Yeah, so I think that. So I think we're getting to the point where certain situations, especially in artistic, doesn't matter if you went to art school. Yes, someone like Disney still wants an art student, right? Someone who graduated art. What I'm saying is, I don't think you don't need to. If you know how to draw, if you know how to paint, if you know how to make a movie, it doesn't matter if you've gone to the right school or have the right degree. That just makes it sound like or seem like you're going to get more money because, oh, well, better to do this. Not really. What it is it's a piece of paper that proves that you were qualified to do what you're doing. But you know what you're doing anyway, so why do you need a piece of paper to tell you that you know what you're doing? That's what I say. Anyway, I know it's been over the 2 hours, but, I've been talking about a lot of things. Like, so, just before I end, I'm going to end it right here with this whole, I think I could make a movie, maybe just a documentary, but maybe a movie too, with just not ever going to school at all, in any way, shape, or form. Would I go to the same school she went to? Probably not. I was thinking either, because there's nothing in there are film departments in places like the school she went to, then other ones downtown and all that. But there is no Quebec film school. There's a Toronto film school and a Vancouver film school. Toronto film school and Vancouver. Those are the two like world-renowned ones out of Canada. And they're both like decent. My dad said, oh yeah, I knew people who went there. Or he's heard of people and it's like, oh yeah. And my mother knows somebody who went to the one in Vancouver. Yeah, it's a fine school. Because I would go there for either film or audio engineering. And I think it'll be more audio engineering because I think it's great. But I'm telling you, you don't need to go to school for certain things. Now, yes, for a doctor at this point, yes, go to school. Also, it's one of those like certification. You have to get past the fact that you have to be certified. Like, oh, I'm an actual like legally certified doctor. Like I passed the test and I'm a doctor now or a nurse. Okay, yes, or a lawyer. You have to pass your bar exam, or you're an engineer. I got my key ring. Is that what it's called? The little ring, the ring you get. You're gonna engineer, So really, yeah. So what's her name? I remember somebody I used to know. Yeah. Ja. Had a really weird name. Unique or something? Anyway. Yeah, so. I doubt. I don't believe that you have to actually go to school for most of the things anymore. No, because it's a left wing woke cesspool of like you're gonna learn crap. You're gonna end up coming out and becoming the people who destroy companies like Bud Light. So, I'm just saying, like, why do you care? It's all in a college. What's the difference? No, like, why do you care that new colleges are becoming terrible and woke? No, because they go out in the world and become the people who run Bud Light to the ground. So, I don't know. In my opinion, okay, you don't need college for most things. You can learn almost anything online. That's what she said. She went to CEGEP and was like, don't waste your time and money if you don't have to. Go online, basically is what she said. And I'm like, fair enough. Go learn how to use a camera. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of resources of how to use a camera. How to learn to draw, how to learn to paint, how to learn to animate, how to learn to make music, how to learn to play music, make music, write music, how to learn to write a book, how to learn to. I mean, there's all the things that you used to have to go to school for. Also, here's the other thing. We say my generation is millennials, right? We were the last. No, sorry, we were the first generation to go. I don't have to, right? I don't have to, or I don't want to, therefore I have the opportunity to not actually have one, like go learn this one skill and do this one thing, one job for your whole life. Oh, he was a carpenter for 40 years. He was a engineer for 4 years. He was a rail conductor for 40 years. He was a teacher for 40 years. He was a musician for 40 years. No. Or a poet or a writer. No. Now you can be like, oh, I've done 5 years of this random thing. Let's go do this other side hustle that'll make me money. I want to do this right now. You know? It's crazy. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Because, like, we're the first generation to go, we don't need to do one thing our whole life. We can do 5 years in, I don't like this anymore. I'm going to go become a professional skater. As in, skateboarder. Oh, I don't want to do skateboarding anymore. Let's go become an artist. Let me go become a carpenter. Let me become a... Because you can learn it so easily. It's at the tip of our fingers. I think there was a clip from... or something like the clip from... Well, there's two things I'm going to say right now. There's a clip from Boy Meets World where the teacher, I don't remember, Mr... whatever his name was, talking about how you are the most connected generation ever and you're still stupid. What the heck? That's one. You're the most connected generation ever. You're the most, you've got knowledge at your fingertips and you're still stupid, right? Everywhere. There's a website somebody said something like 3.5 seconds or something. Something crazy, like 7 seconds or something. New website. Anyway, being made. Anyway, the other one was, we're the most connected. I was telling my friend this when I was talking to him recently. Last time I talked to him, it was like, look, okay. It was like this whole, like, with this whole, we're the most connected generation ever, and we're the most alone generation. The loneliest generation. Isn't that crazy? That blows my mind. I'm like, we're so connected, yet we feel so alone. No, and alone is not having no friends. It's not having no friends. The definition of alone, what I feel, here is what it feels like to be alone is, now I've experienced this almost every month at that, like, young adults rally, is sitting in a room full of people. And you may even know every single person. And you still feel alone. You still feel like nobody cares. You still feel, no, because what I said, okay, not the last time, right? Not the one that passed, which is last Wednesday. The Wednesday before that, right? Not the Wednesday before, the month before that. I sat there where I'm sitting outside and I go, I shouldn't exist. Now, I've got to explain what I mean by that. What I mean by I shouldn't exist is I'm sitting in a chair alone on the lawn. Everybody else is everywhere around. I shouldn't exist as a person who is all alone. I shouldn't exist. That's not how it should work. I shouldn't exist. I should be talking with someone right now. And I went, this is so fun, stupid. Although, this month, last Wednesday, somebody came up to me, walked to me, and said something to me. I went, she's a girl. And immediately after, she's a girl, and she had something that I was interested in. Why did I not say something? Idiot. You idiot. So it's really you too. Like, meaning, it's really me too. Not just them. It's me too. So, it's a mutual, well, you gotta stop looking like you don't want anybody to do anything with you. Like, frick, man. Fudge. So, it is a little bit of me, but also, I shouldn't exist like that. No way. No way. No way. God, frick, man. Oh my God, it makes me want to like punch myself and everybody else. Give myself a big old slap to the face. Like, no, you suck. And then everybody else. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now, guys. I gotta leave, or else I'll be here for the rest of my life, talking about the same kind of crap. But yeah, that's the most. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I say. I want to make a movie or a documentary, so you should stay tuned for that. Something might be in the works one day. Just saying. That one day could be 7 years from now. That one day could be 5 years from now. That one day could be tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like soon. So I think that's gonna be it for now, guys. So adios, mi amigos.